Really just pointing out the hypocrisy of the left, how they push for gun control 10 seconds after Sandy Hook shooting, and yet when something else happens, they refuse to say that, hey, it's not the inanimate object, it's actually the person. So when people like yourself go on and say, hey, we've got to get rid of guns, we've got to push for gun control, it's just ridiculous. It's like pushing for pressure cooker control after the explosion.
Right. What other things can you do with a pressure cooker other than kill people?
You can cook food.
Right. What other things can you do with a gun other than shoot things?
You can, other than shooting?
Yeah.
Other than shooting, well, I guess you can use it as a walking stick. You can hunt with it, you can go target practice, you can do all sorts of things.
You use a gun as a walking stick, do you?
You could, I guess theoretically you could. You could use it as a hammer if you really wanted to, but what's that have to do with anything? We're talking about an inanimate object that does nothing by itself. It does absolutely nothing by itself, just like a pressure cooker does absolutely nothing by itself. And now that gun control has failed, Piers, I'm wondering, when are you going to move back to England? Because everybody in Tennessee is dying to know.
Yeah, well, I'm going to hang around and just see if people can't grow enough courage in this country to face the reality of your gun violence problem. But in terms of what you did here, you don't think it's inappropriate, insensitive to be cracking jokes about pressure cookers when so many people were killed and seriously wounded? 14 people had amputations. You think that this is a joking matter, do you?
The joke was really about the left and how they push for gun control on inanimate objects. It's like pushing for, I mean, spoon control for obesity. It doesn't do anything.
You're likening spoons to guns, right?
Well, I'm likening it into the impossibility of controlling someone's actions just because they're thinking their actions are controlled by inanimate objects.
Right, so you're comparing, say, the slaughter of 20 children at Sandy Hook with an AR-15 assault rifle, or the murderous activities of these two bombers at the Boston Marathon, to a spoon. Is that what you are telling me, Senator?
No, what I'm saying is people who, like yourself, who try and perpetrate that a gun, inanimate object, is actually what killed the people instead of saying it was the person with a gun, is very similar to someone saying a bomb killed someone instead of a person who constructed a bomb and blew it up. Really
do you believe that the answer to gun violence is that more people should be armed?
That's statistically what's always proven to be the case. Usually where you have gun control, places like Southside Chicago, New York City, that's where your highest gun crimes are. It's proven it time and again. Whenever you try and get rid of guns, violent crime goes up.
So presumably your answer to what happened in Boston, your answer to what happened in Boston is that more people should carry bombs around, is it?
Well, I don't have a problem. You know, like I said, you're not going to be able to stop violence by getting rid of the inanimate object. You're not going to get rid of criminals are still going to have guns.
That wasn't my question.
That wasn't my question. Going to have it.
My point is, if you believe the answer to gun violence is more guns,
bombs are already illegal. Aren't bombs illegal?
If you think the only way to deal with this is more guns, well, the whole point is a lot of guns are illegal. The whole point of the gun control campaign wasn't to grab your guns or anybody else's guns. It was to try and make military.
It was just like to try and do like Australia did.
Yes,
Australia did the exact same thing.
Yes.
And they did the registration first, and then they took everybody's guns away. Oh, so you're in favor of taking everyone's guns away?
They did a buyback. Are you familiar with what a buyback is?
Is that what you're in favor of, Piers, is taking everyone's guns away like Australia?
You know what I'm in favor of, Senator? I'm in favor of less. Are you going to
not answer the question?
No, I'm not in favor of taking anybody's guns away. No, I'm not.
Okay, well, at least that's
I've never said that. It's a complete lie.
You don't like the Australia plan? That's good.
I love the Australia plan. You know why? They've had not a single mass shooting since 1996 when they brought in their gun control measures.